You ever go plant shopping and see a plant that like you need to have, but you literally have nowhere to put it? Well, I'd like you to meet my Waxy Ivy. What's up, you guys? I'm Caitlin from Leafy and Lone Plants, and today, as the title would have explained to you, we are going to be talking about how to take care and love your new Waxy Ivy. So if you are like me, you bought this plant, you have nowhere to put it, but you desperately love it and are going to stick it somewhere, then keep on watching and we will get into how to keep this guy happy and healthy for a long time. Waxy ivy, you say? Well, it turns out this plant actually is an ivy. It's a type of succulent, but if I bring it closer, you can see that it does very much have those reminiscent ivy leaves. Ivy leaves, not leeks. We're not that smart around here. Nonetheless, you can see if you look at it, there are a ton of similarities and you could easily mistake it for a variegated English ivy or a hundred helix. However, when it comes to care requirements, it's going to be much different. So starting off with its light requirements. As most succulents, this plant is not only going to like, but it is going to need a bright light to keep him growing fast and beautiful and vibrant. Particularly for the fact that this guy is variegated, that is even more so. I'm not sure if this plant comes in a non-variegated version. I have to imagine it probably does. I have just never seen it before, but as always, when you have variegated plants, typically they will require a little bit more light because they don't have that much chlorophyll in their leaves. Now, one of my favorite things about this plant is compared to a typical ivy, which is going to have pretty decent humidity requirements, this guy has such a thick waxy cuticle that it's not really going to require much humidity at all, which as always, for me, living here in Arizona in the desert is fantastic because we don't got that much humidity here. As for watering, again, you are going to want to water it just like a typical succulent, so let the soil dry out completely, and then when you notice it is dry, go on in with that water, give your friend a little drink, and that's about it. Now, even though this plant isn't related to ivy, fun fact, what it is actually related to is string of pearls. Now, if you saw my video on plants that's stressing me out, you'll know that I typically do not have the best luck with string of pearls. I recently got another one, and dun, they died again. So I'm hoping that this guy does not meet that same demise, but so far he seems like he is super happy and super healthy, and yeah, definitely, in my opinion, much easier than the string of pearls. Now, I still have this guy in his nursery pot because, like I said, I really don't have room for this plant anywhere, and I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do with him. But for the time being, as you can see, he is actually trailing up his nursery pot, and that's really what these plants are going to enjoy. So while you can just let them hang down in the basket, this guy is not attached to anything right now. As you can see, they naturally are going to want to go up. He's not really trying to like flop on over like a hanging plant. So eventually, of course, if they get long enough, they will flop over, but really what is going to make them happiest is if you can give them a trellis or a wall or I guess the top of a hanging basket to climb up of. That is what they really want to do. As for propagating these plants, all you have to do is just take a stem cutting at a node and let it root up from there. I don't have any of these pieces on here right now, but if you do notice that one of your sections, oh, actually right here, this is a good one. Don't mind my dirty fingernails. But you can see right here that we have this pure white leaf. So if you have a section like that, you might want to avoid propagating it just because it likely won't have any chlorophyll in there to support the plant while it's rooting up, but otherwise, as long as there's a little bit green on there, it will have a better chance of being a successful propagation. As for speed at which this plant grows, they're pretty fast growers. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, it looks like almost 4 new little leaves coming off of this guy. So definitely, if you are somebody who is an impatient plant parent such as myself, then this might be a great option for you to add to your collection. Alright, well that is everything that I have today on this beautiful waxy little plant that we have right here. But as always, if you have questions or comments that I did not answer in this video that you were hoping that I was going to answer, then please drop them in the comment section down below and I will do my very best to get back to you in a timely manner. Of course, give this video a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.